Avengers! Assemble.
Welcome back to the channel. It's the Preventers here, guys, and welcome back to another Marvel Future Fight video. I apologize for no videos in the past 4 days, guys. It's the busiest time of the year for us now, so we're going to be a little less frequent on videos. We're still going to stay frequent with it. I think if I had to give you guys a guess, I'd probably say instead of a video every single day, 7 days a week, probably have 5 videos a week now. We're basically going to spend any free time we have on making videos for you guys, so don't worry, we're still going to post. But we are going to be a little bit busier now, so it's going to be a little hard to post every single day. We're probably going to try and do most of our video making during the weekends, and then sort of do any video making during the week if we have to sort of update you guys on something that's urgent or important that we want to talk about. Anyways, one more thing I want to talk about before we get into today's video. So you can go ahead and skip ahead already if you want to the beginning of the video. I know it's a little bit more of an extended intro today, but I want to address these things before we get into the video. So that was the first thing. The second thing is that today we hit 750 subscribers, guys. We hit the 750 mark, and I really just wanted to thank you guys for that. We're 250 away from 1,000. We're on the final stretch here to 1,000. So according to the numbers, by December, we should be at 1,000, and I'm really excited, guys. But I want to thank you guys all who have supported me and have been watching and are watching now for all the thoughtful comments, all the help, all the advice, everything. You guys have helped a ton, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. So yeah, we're on that final stretch. Let's just get it done. I'm really excited, but thank you guys. Anyways, let's get into today's video. So we're going to be talking about the August pre-update notice, and we're going to be talking and speculating today about the update. So before we get into it, I just want to reiterate that we're going to be speculating here for the new update. We don't actually have any crystal clear information. We're going to be purely just speculating according to what others have speculated and some speculation I've done on my own. You can see we got a lot of tabs to go through, so let's get straight on into it. So if you didn't know, today they actually posted a update preparation event notice, basically telling us all the preparation rewards and stuff that we're going to get before the update. So to give you a little background here, if you didn't know, we should have had an update basically tomorrow night, if we were getting a second mid-month. But they decided not to do a second mid-month this month. So we're going to be getting a actual full update next week. So it's technically like next month, sort of. They're a little off on like the months and whatnot, but either way, you know what I mean. It's going to be the August update now instead of the July update, even though we had a July update in August. If that makes any sense, if you've been keeping up with the updates, then you would know. But anyways, it's interesting because we usually, for the past like 3 updates, I'd say, we'd have the main update, and then we'd have 2 mid-month updates, leaving us with 3 tier 4s in 1 month. This month, we're only going to be having 2, obviously, because now we're having an update pushed back to next week. So we should be having sneak peeks very soon, especially with this notice. But of course, we didn't get any last week at all because it is going to be a full update and not just a mid-month this time. So they needed that extra sort of week. But what makes that exciting is that means it'll be more than just 1 or 2 characters. It'll be at least 3 characters in the update. And we could see some other sort of gameplay changes or game mode changes. Who knows? Something else interesting because it is a actual main update. But anyways, now I'll give you a little bit of background. Now you're all caught up and you understand. Let's go ahead and talk about what they showed us. So first of all, one of the main things that everyone's been talking about is the pre-release event tokens. As you can see there, they're a sort of dark red. And this got a lot of people speculating because in-game, you can actually take a look at tokens that we're going to get in the future. And we could already see these in-game. So a lot of people were talking about what these could mean and who they could be sort of hinting to. Because if you didn't know, last update for Luna Snow, the pre-release tokens were actually a light blue, and obviously that hinted towards Luna Snow because of the snowflakes and whatnot. We all sort of knew that. So now that we're seeing a dark red, people are speculating all these different updates. Like I said, we've had the pre-release tokens in game already for a little while, so people have been talking about it a lot. So let's get into some of the sort of speculations that we had just from that, because I kind of want to cover what's been going on the past 3 days. And so it started off with a lot of talks about, first of all, what is going on with Secret Invasion. Before we got the tokens, a lot of people were talking about the Secret Invasion being the next update. Obviously, now with the tokens, if they are matching to the update, that's not going to happen because obviously it'd be green instead of red. So it looks like the Secret Invasion update will be pushed back. I don't think they're skipping it completely. I think it is just going to be pushed back until next update. So we could probably be seeing that hopefully sometime next month. I've already kind of talked in previous videos about all the stuff we could be hopefully getting. Obviously, a tier 3 for Nick Fury. Some new characters in Gaia and Talos would be awesome. And the main villain, I can't quite remember his name, but those would be great additions to the game. That'd be really fun to have some scrolls to play around with as well. But yeah, looks like that's going to be pushed back, so I just want to put that rumor aside real quick because that was a small rumor before, like I said, before the pre-release tokens. Now looking at once the pre-tokens were released, there was a lot of talks about potentially a update for Scarlet Witch because, of course, the tokens are a dark red, so people associated with that with Scarlet Witch. Now, the rumors are going to get shut down in today's video for Scarlet Witch, and I'll sort of tell you why here. One, it just doesn't make sense to give her a tier 4 right now because in November, Captain Marvel will be getting a tier 4, and they both fall in the same female universal category for ABX. So if they give her the tier 4, most of the time, newer tier 4s are better than the older ones. So if they give her the tier 4, then Captain Marvel will come in and just immediately replace her in November. So it just doesn't make any sense. It would be awesome, but like I said, it doesn't make any sense. And we're going to further sort of shut down that rumor. The next rumor was a magic update because, of course, there has been data mines for a change to codes in Doctor Strange, Clea, and Wiccan. So a lot of people were talking about hopefully seeing a magic update soon. Now, because of the red tokens, of course, that wouldn't really match too much with the magic theme. So I think we're still going to get it at some point. I don't know when because of Secret Invasion, but I don't believe it's going to be this update. And now here, let me give you guys the sort of next piece of evidence, next clue that they basically gave us. They gave us the pre-release tokens as the first clue. The second clue that they go ahead and give us is all the way at the bottom. They say a group of mercenaries has started a hunt to stop the criminal supervillains. Please look forward to the August update. Thank you. So for bigger updates, they do give us hints like this. Last time it had to do with Odin and the sort of Asgard update that we ended up getting. And this time around, they gave us another hint at the update. Last time it was pretty vague, and this time it is again. We get a little bit smaller of like groupings here, a group of mercenaries hunting down criminal supervillains. So that automatically shuts down Scarlet Witch because that she's not really in a group of mercenaries anywhere. And she doesn't really fight any low criminal superheroes. Is the big thing that everyone's taking away from that. It says criminal. So you're thinking more ground level villains. You're not thinking these super powerful magic type characters. So that's where it also kind of squashes that theory as well. Like I said, these were all before this. These three right here mainly were before this notice came out. But I still wanted to talk about them because they are potential, especially these two, potential updates in the future that you could sort of speculate on. But if we take this sort of clue that they give us, a group of mercenaries who hunt and to stop criminal supervillains. So immediately what comes to mind for a lot of people, and what I've seen a lot on Discord and on the forums, is the Defenders team. They are also obviously a group of mercenaries. You got Jessica Jones, you got Daredevil, you got Iron Fist, and Luke Cage. And they're sort of this group of mercenaries, and they hunt low-level criminal superheroes or supervillains. You don't really see any of them fight these magical beings and whatnot. Obviously, Iron Fist probably being the most sort of magical type powered here. he still sort of fights these lower level thugs. So it does fit the theme. And what I also really like about it is that if we're going with this sort of Defenders update, which I could see, obviously they're going to be fighting for the tier 4 because all 4 of these guys are already transcended. So yeah, they probably could do like 3 of them and then give like the one other remaining, whoever it may be, they could give them the tier 4, I guess, at the mid-month. I'm not really sure. It's going to be interesting if they do go this route because they're already transcended. But what makes it interesting is that if we do indeed get a Defenders update that fit really well with the sort of Shadowland rework. Now, I don't know if you've been seeing on the not on the forums, on Discord, a lot of people have been talking about a potential Shadowland rework. That if they're going to go with the Defenders update, then this would be the perfect time to drop a Shadowland rework. Now, there's a lot of talks about just buffing the rewards, just making it overall more fun, more competitive. You can have it with what you want on that. I'm not going to get into that too much. But it does sort of make sense because it is sort of a Daredevil sort of Defenders kind of themed, I don't know what you want, a game mode. You see Luke Cage a lot. You see Iron Fist Jessica, and of course Daredevil we can see right here. Now, this is obviously an old image, but to be honest, since this image, not too much has changed. We've had some first-time clear rewards that have obviously been introduced, like the CTP selector and stuff. But otherwise, Shadowland has not changed for a long time, so it could be something cool to see. I'd be very excited for it, but I'm not going to get my hopes up too high because obviously we'd have to see that it is a Defenders update first, and then see that we actually get that game mode change. But because it is a big update, it does kind of make sense because we've seen game mode changes with Otherworld Battle coming in, with the change to Timeline Survival in the last update, with these bigger updates. So like I said, it could happen, could not, who knows. This is all just pure speculation again, not going to get your hopes up too high. The next group that a lot of people have been talking a lot about is the X-Force. So, of course, the X-Force includes a lot of different mutant characters like Deadpool, Cable, Domino, Psylocke, many more, Strife. I can't forget the other guy's name, but he looks a lot like Domino with the sort of white and black pattern here. But what makes sense about this is that they're, again, a group of mercenaries. They're going to stop criminal supervillains. That one's a little iffy with the X-Force. They do have some low-level thugs, but then they do have some more stronger mutant thugs as well. So you can have it with what you will on that one. But the pre-release tokens would match because they're dark red. That does indicate mutants and especially Deadpool. So we could see like Deadpool getting a tier 4. We could see Cable getting a tier 4, Psylocke getting a tier 4, and then we could obviously see tier 3s and Transcendence for Strife, Domino. And again, I can't remember that last character that's in the Epic Quest, but I'm sure someone will remind me in the comments. Anyways, that's the next biggest update sort of speculation that people have been talking about. It's been between the Defenders and the X-Force have been the main ones. But there have been some other smaller talks about the next couple few that I'm going to talk about. And that is just a straight Daredevil and Kingpin update. I've been hearing a lot about that. We could have Daredevil and sort of with a couple other characters, not necessarily Luke Cage in them, but just him and a couple other characters that he may fit well with, like Ghost Rider, and there's a bunch of other characters that he has had comic runs with. But they're saying that because of criminal superheroes, they feel like people have been saying they feel like it really fits with Kingpin. Now, this would it does sort of make sense. Obviously, it doesn't make as much sense as these other few, but the thing that does make sense is Kingpin being the supervillain. But the only other thing that's sort of in the way of that is that Daredevil is getting his own show next year. So he's already sort of guaranteed an update next year that I don't know that they would want to give him an update before the end of the year when they're already have a guaranteed one next year. But Marvel Future Fight has sort of updated characters back to back. Obviously, we saw it with Miles. So it is possible. And then the last one that people have been talking a lot about is the Thunderbolts. They again fit that sort of mercenaries group who are hunting down criminal supervillains. And obviously, these guys are all hired to go and hunt these people down. So it is very possible. But again, it's the sort of same thing with Daredevil. They're already guaranteed their movie next year, already guaranteed an update next year. So do they sort of want to repeat the update twice? And I don't know if that is what they were going to do, but it would be interesting to see, because some of these characters could use some upgrades, and some could use an introduction to Maul Future Fight. So yeah, that's basically all the speculation. Like I said, I probably am going to go with the majority and say that it's going to be between either X-Force or Defenders. But any of these are honestly great ideas. I'd love to see any of these. They'd be really fun and really nice to see in the game. I'd be hyped for any of them. So we'll see what happens. But join me in the comments and speculate a little bit more. Leave me your thoughts on what other sort of group of characters could be getting an upgrade from what they said here in this sort of update, pre-update notice. There will be an Odin's Blessing increase combine, so make sure to go check that out. I'm personally going to be skipping it this time around. I'll be doing it next time. I'll have enough Urus to sort of combine, but you can go ahead and do that. And there's some other discounts that you guys may want to take a look at. But yeah, that'll do it for today's sort of speculation video, guys. I don't do too many of these, but I thought I would, because this has been talked about a lot. So I want to get the conversations going up on here and inform some of you guys who aren't already informed. Stay on the lookout for new sneak peeks. We should have them soon. I'm not exactly sure when, but very soon. So keep an eye out for those. That'll do it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, as always, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.